morning. How is everyone? Firstly, I'd like to say thank you to just to be involved in this event. Innovation is a big part of my life, both personally and in my business. And you're going to hear from a lot of speakers today. And you may think that these big companies have massive budgets and you think that this is not for me. Well, what I want to give you today is a tool to help you work out what innovation you need for your business. One of the big things in my business, and this word has really changed my life, is context, understanding what the context content. So to explain this is probably the best way to give you an example. If I said to you, what does red mean to you? If I said red, what does it mean? Red. Red. Okay, red. Red for me means energy. So let me put context to it. What does red mean in the context of traffic? So we're all aligned. So what I want to get you today is a message of understanding the context of innovation. You're going to hear these companies and they're going to give you great ideas, and you might have a story that says, oh, this is not for me, the budgets are way too high, I can't do it. Well, you can. I want to give you context to understand this context. I'll give you one more example. McDonald's. When you go through drive-through, did you know that the staff, they're assessed on how they've got a screen, and they're ranked all around the country on how quick they get you through drive-through. So their context is speed. So when you go through drive-through, what happens? They give you the bag, and what's the first thing you do? What do you do when you get your Macca's bag through drive-through? You check it. So their context is speed. What if they change their context to accuracy? And they said to you, just before they gave you the bag, they said, 2 Big Macs, quarter pounder, 2 large fries, it's all there. So context gives meaning to the content. You change your context, you change all the activity that goes on. So their activity changed based on changing the context from speed to accuracy. Does that make sense? Okay. So one thing I know in business, and I'll bring it together for you, is every business needs a clear why, what, and how. You need to know why you're in business, what burns you, what gets you out of bed every day. That's the purpose. The second part is the what. So, what actual commercial vision are you building? What's the vision you've got for your business? And what's the vision for your culture? The how is the strategy part. So, in line with innovation, strategy just becomes strategic innovation when you give it context. So, when you give your innovation context, it's actually quite easy to work out what innovation you need for your business. So I'll give you an example. 3 years ago, with the help of Tim Ryan from Altus Q, I got super clear on my vision. I worked out why I get out of bed, and it's pretty simple: to change people's lives. I do this by helping them grow into their potential, both personally and business. Not only for myself, but for my clients and for my staff. So that gets me out of bed every morning. I'm super clear. It's throughout the office. If you came to our office, and I extend an invitation to anyone to come to our office and have a look at it, you'll see it all through the office on the walls. So I'm very clear on my why. The second part was I got very clear on our commercial vision. So this is throughout the place. Every staff member knows what we're there. This is my commercial vision of what we actually are doing. So if you look at the middle one, number 1 for staff engagement in Australia. For us, that's one of our visions. So to give you content, if that's my context, my vision, what's the activity I actually took to try and get to that? The pool tables, the pizza ovens, the table tennis tables, the air hockey. So my activity was given meaning when I set the context. Does that make sense? Hello? All good? So, I'm just trying to give you examples. So that's my vision. The next part was I was really clear on my vision that I wanted for my culture. So we have a set of core values in our business that we live and breathe by. Everyone gets rewarded on this. They live and breathe these values. So the one I want to show you is the one that's pushed the boundaries. Everything is about innovating. So innovate, work smarter, think outside the square. And can I? Does anyone know what that means? Anyone? So in our business, It's constant and never-ending improvement. So the only constant in business is change. And this is why we're here today. This is why I'm so passionate about supporting an event that supports innovation. But for me, it's contextual innovation. It's strategic innovation. I see Google. I get inspired by Google. I don't look at their budget. I just get inspired that it gets me closer to my vision. Does that make sense? You don't want to be the chicken with the head cut off and just keep doing so many different transactions. Oh yeah, I've got to innovate. I saw this company do this. I only look at my competitors and what they're doing if it helps me get to my vision quicker. So the message that I want to get to you, get really, really clear on your vision. Get really, really clear on your why, your commercial vision and your cultural vision. The how is quite easy. So, what's your number one innovation for 2014? In line with your why and your what. If you don't have a why and a what, or it's not so clearly able to be articulated to your staff, to your suppliers, to everyone else, that might be your innovation for 2014. For me, my innovation by the end of 2014, like the tax year for us accountants, is to ensure that no client will sign a paper tax return or a set of financials. So for another accounting firm, that might not be their vision, and that's okay, but it links to mine. So the message I want to leave you with before I hand you over is when you're hearing all these great speakers and great ideas today, just give it some context. What's the context of the innovation and how does it link to your vision? Thank you. I'm so grateful to be part of this, and have a great morning and enjoy.
Thanks very much, Paul.